There's always a dog around somewhere. So, last video, I was talking a little bit more about preparedness and being smart ahead of time. I got asked what's in my kit. I have a couple of different kits. I have get home bags. I have camp bags. I have I'm never coming home bags. And I have camping in place bags, i.e. staying in the house. One of the most basic needs, no matter where you are, is warmth. People are exothermic. We give off shit tons of BTUs. When it's cold outside, anything below 80 degrees, we're shuffling heat quickly. When we get down to like something that even feels reasonable, like 60 degrees, we can shove off enough heat fast if we're wet that we can actually get real sick, die, hypothermic kind of thing. So one of the most important aspects of survival is heat, keeping your body warm, thermostability. And I really don't give a shit if you're a Bernie bro or a Biden bitch or a mugga moron. Like, I don't give a fuck. These are these cross-party lines. I have, as far as keeping myself warm, I have this one little kit that is mimicked in every bag I have. It's a small VanQuest bag. I have a little orange tab on the top so that I know it's for fire. And it's the same contents in every one of them. So, first thing I got is one of them plastic space blankets. I love those things. You can use them for a lot of different things. You can use them as an overhead tarp. You can use them as a hot potato or baked potato. Keep yourself warm. The one thing with these is they reflect heat better than they insulate. And that's a really important thing that not a lot of people realize. A lot of people think that they can take this thing, fold it out, lay it on the ground, sit on it, and then hold it over them and suck it up real tight, and that they will be warm, and they will not. It is a poor insulator, great reflector, and a decent conductor. Let's talk about that for a minute. We lose heat through conduction. Like when we're touching things, things will draw heat away from us. Convection. We are emitting heat. When we wrap ourselves and we have a small gap between us and the reflection, we'll shuffle off that heat, we'll emit that heat, and it will be reflected back towards us, given a little bit of space for that reflection to happen. So I like these things. I'll use them as an overhead tarp, or I will make a small structure, or if I've got some bundles next to me, like leaves or litter, body parts, whatever, something that creates a gap between me and the reflective parts, that will keep me really warm. I have like a 4% body fat, so I don't have a lot of insulation. Stuff like this is really important. Another thing I keep in my kit is like one of those little Raver snap lights. If I am out at night and it's dark and I can't see and I need a little working light, these things are great. The reason I get the little Raver ones is they tend to have like a little piece of cordage attached to them. So I can put it around my neck and have a working light that's hands-free, or I can hang it from something and have like an aerial light. If I have the reflector up, I can have a tarp up, put this up close to it, and I can gain a little bit of light that way. The next thing that I keep in here is strike anywhere matches. I keep 2 boxes in a Ziploc bag. The Ziploc bag has a couple of different uses. We can talk about that in another video. Then I have a couple of different kinds of Tinder stuff. These are fire starters. I can't remember who makes these, but they smell like diesel fluid. These are a strike anywhere style Tinder bundle. These burn for a really, really long time. These are heavily waxed paper cardboard kind of combination things. They work really good at staying wet or staying hot for a long period of time. If I'm somewhere where it's rained recently or super humid and the wood that I can find is wet, it takes a little while to dry that out so that it will actually start to combust. These are really great for that. I do have a piece of aluminum foil in here. It's about a 3-foot square. No, it's not just in case I hang out with like Biden's kid and we want to share a spoon. The reason for this is if I'm building a fire and it is a wet area, I have something dry and reflective to build on. If I happen to be somewhere where it's out in the open and I need that heat reflected towards me, I can build like a little reflective backing and I can throw some of that heat back at me. And if I have my hot potato suit hung out behind me, the heat comes off the fire, reflects off the hot potato suit, and I can start to warm up much, much quicker. That's really the basics of my fire kit. I do keep a lighter in my pocket. There's a lot of people like, if you can't start fire with 2 sticks out in the woods, you don't belong being out there, and that's fucking stupid. You should have that. That's a good basis to have, and certainly the knowledge of being able to make a friction fire is great. Knowledge weighs nothing. But if you're in a dire situation and you can have the tools with you to do this quickly, there's very little reason not to have a Bic lighter kicking around with you or some Strike Anywhere matches in a container like this that's easily grabbed. So that's the basics of this kit. I do keep it pretty handy. Obviously, you don't have to be tied to this stuff. Mix and match your own stuff. Maybe you get a giant Chemalite or even a bigger one, or maybe you throw a headlamp in there because you don't like the idea of relying on a little chemical light stick. Or maybe you have Tinder bundles that you made. I've taken twine and warmed, brain just stopped, warmed wax so that it melts, and then I'll take 6 or 7 inch pieces of jute twine and I'll drop it in there. Capillary action will draw the wax into it. And then I'll put a bunch of those in a Ziploc bag. When I need to, I can pull one out, kind of fray it up a little bit, make one of those really cool little like Tinder bundles you see on like Naked and Afraid and all that shit. But those take a spark very well and they'll burn for 90 seconds, which is a long time. And it'll give you a lot of opportunity to add some tinder and get your bundle started. When you're starting a fire, preparedness and preparation prior to striking that match will get you a long way. And again, knowledge weighs nothing. So I hope you guys like that one. I'll break down a couple more kits out of my bag here in a little while, probably over the next couple of days. I hope you guys like this content. Like, subscribe. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Rumble. I'm RW Higgins on Instagram and Facebook. Peace, love, and elephant grease. I got to go pack for the weekend. Deuces.